Russia plans to build 4 bases for long-range drones in Belarus. This is intended to shorten the distance to targets in western Ukraine. For example, in the event of an attack, Kyiv would have 3 times less time to react and defend itself than it does now. The countries on NATO's eastern flank, including Poland, will also find themselves in a much more difficult situation. We already saw just how realistic such an attack scenario is last September when, flying in from Belarus, about 20 Russian drones entered Polish airspace. GPS-equipped balloons also regularly fly to both Poland and the Baltic states, including from Belarus. Part of Russia's nuclear arsenal is located in Belarus, and according to the American Institute for Study of War, Moscow has entered the final phase of preparations for kinetic warfare against Europe. 4 Russian long-range drone control stations are soon to be built in Belarus, according to information obtained by international media. This will significantly shorten the distance to potential targets in western Ukraine. For example, Russian drones will be able to reach Kyiv 3 times faster than they can now. This will have a decisive impact on the security situation. Currently, unmanned aerial vehicles are mainly launched from Russian territory. The distance from Moscow to Kyiv is about 1,500 kilometers, which allows time for preparations. Minsk, however, is only 440 kilometers from the Ukrainian capital. This comes as no great surprise, as the Ukrainian side warned several weeks ago that Russia had deployed equipment in Belarus specifically to improve, and has improved, the communication of unmanned systems used to attack Ukraine's energy and critical infrastructure. Drones are currently one of the most effective and deadly weapons. Just last night, Russia used them to attack civilian targets in Odessa, including apartment buildings and single-family homes. 3 people, including 1 child, were killed. 15 were hospitalized. I was luckier than my neighbors. If the drone had fallen a few meters to the right, it would have hit my apartment directly. I probably wouldn't be alive today. This is not the first time Belarus has cooperated with Russia in the war against Ukraine. 4 years ago, at the start of the full-scale war, Lukashenko's regime made its territory available to Putin's forces for missile strikes on Ukraine. Belarus was also used as a base for Russian forces from which northern Ukraine was attacked. Military personnel and military experts are warning that Europe and the entire alliance must accelerate work on an anti-drone system to effectively counter Russian provocations. If the Russians are indeed soon able to launch their drones from Belarus, the threat will increase not only for Ukrainians. Other countries neighboring Lukashenko's regime, including Poland, will also have less time to react. This could also lead to further incursions by Russian drones into the airspace of NATO countries bordering Ukraine, such as Poland and Romania, which would put NATO on high alert. Belarus is today completely dependent on the Russian Federation militarily. These military bases mean that Russia wants to control Central and Eastern Europe, and as experience shows, Poland is, in some sense, defenseless in the face of these drone attacks. For many months now, various objects have been regularly entering the airspace of Poland and the Baltic states from Belarus. Recently, these have mainly been balloons, theoretically smuggling balloons, but in reality most likely military ones. It is no longer just balloons, but also drones that are flying into Romanian airspace quite systematically. The most recent such incident took place in mid-March. The first occurred in September, shortly after a dozen or so unmanned aerial vehicles fell onto Polish territory. This is by far the largest attack Russia has carried out against NATO countries since the end of the Cold War. Crucially, this was a massive operation carried out from Belarusian territory. And let's also remember that Russia is concentrating various infrastructure there. For example, it has moved tactical nuclear weapons to Belarusian territory. Earlier this year, an unidentified drone also crashed into a military facility in Przasnysz, Poland, a radio electronics center that analyzes communication systems, including those used to operate drones. The U.S. Institute for the Study of War describes Russia's current actions as Phase 0, meaning the final phase of preparations for kinetic war. All these actions and provocations directed against Poland show precisely the characteristics of Phase 0, potentially preceding a kinetic war against the Polish state. Meanwhile, Polish military buildup under Prime Minister Donald Tusk's leadership has been lackluster. The opposition warns that since Tusk's coalition took power, the military buildup initiated by the previous government has slowed down. For 2024 and 2025, there were over 40 billion zlotys in unspent funds, which could have been used to purchase, for example, anti-drone systems. systems. We had a situation where this anti-drone system, instead of being at the border to guard it, was moved to some other location. In reality, there are many actions the government could take even with the funds it committed to, yet it is not doing so. Instead, the government is blocking President Nawrocki's bill, which calls for using the reserves at the National Bank of Poland for an arms program. Instead, it insists on taking out a loan under the EU's SAFE program, the largest loan in Polish history, to purchase military equipment from European, most likely primarily German, arms manufacturers. Donald Tusk's government consistently pursues a policy of subservience toward the European Union and does not cooperate closely with the United States. Without this support, Poland will be constantly threatened by drone attacks from Belarus, which today already functions as a Russian testing ground. Instead, Polish citizens regularly hear repeated messages about being prepared to flee from Poland. Well, something is wrong here, and we see that, as Minister of Defense Kosiniak-Kamysz said, he has his own evacuation backpack, so I think the government has one solution for a wartime situation. Meanwhile, the rest of Europe is preparing for a clash with Russia. In Germany, every man between the ages of 17 and 45 who wants to travel abroad for more than 3 months must obtain permission from the Bundeswehr. France is also preparing for war in Europe by stockpiling missiles and drones. Paris has allocated 8.5 billion euros for this purpose. New regulations are also in place to allow for a smooth transition of the French economy to wartime footing.